Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you're new here, I am a mom of two down in Central Florida who loves to read. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. Today I want to talk about my reading goals for 2020. And they are big considering I haven't really been reading since my daughter was born. And she's almost 7. Shame me in the comments below. So, I have what I feel like are some pretty hefty goals, but to a lot of people are probably pretty easy to get. But I am also, like I said before, I am a working mom. I do have an office job. I run a small business myself as a blogger, and I also have 2 small people that depend on me. So with that being said, I want to jump into what my reading goals are for 2020. First off, we're going with the Goodreads goal, and that is 52 books. Sounds minuscule compared to so many people that I know, but that's a book a week. And I think if I can hit 52 books in 2020, I'll be doing great since I read about 6 in 2019. If you want me to share which 6 books I read in 2019, let me know. I'll do a whole 2019 wrap up. It'll be a real short video. But yeah, 52 books. I think I can do it. I think it's doable. I've actually already completed 2 books in the year, so maybe I'll beat my goal. Maybe I'll double my goal. I don't know, but I want to aim low. That way, I'm super happy if I exceed it and I'm not disappointed in myself for not meeting some arbitrary goal that I set for myself that really doesn't matter anyway. Next up is more about specific books. Is I want to really dive into the Wheel of Time series. I have heard such amazing things about this book from other people on YouTube that I've been following, and I want to live in that world right now. I was able to pick up a bunch of the books, including the first one, at one of my recent Friends of the Library sale, which I am super excited. I love that. It comes twice a year. It's massive. And I'm able to pick up 80 books for $100. So really, they're all backlisted and older titles, and of course they used to be in the library, but that is just such an amazing deal. That is where most of my collection has come from, is Friends of the Library sale, gifts, and the Dollar Tree. Y'all don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. They can have some really interesting book titles. But yeah, I want to dive into the Wheel of Time series. I'm super excited. If you haven't watched my January TBR, I will link it somewhere for you guys. I put the very first one on my January TBR. It's a little intimidating because it's a thick boy. So, but I like them thick. What can I say? Next up is I want to challenge myself to read one indie published or self-published book every single month. So I am a small business owner. My husband's a small business owner, and I want to support other small business owners, smaller authors that people haven't really heard of, or indie publishing houses that we don't really talk about as much here on the internet. I want to be a voice to get that out there, to talk about these small publishing houses, these smaller, lesser known authors that probably have some seriously amazing work. We're just not hearing about it because they don't have the funding behind them that a large publishing house does. So I definitely want to be picking up at least one self-published or indie published book every single month and reading that and trying to promote small, lesser known authors. Another one that I want to do is I want to read one of your recommendations every single month. At least one. So let me know, what books do you absolutely love? And if it's a smaller indie published or self-published book, that's even better. If you're an author and you have a book that you want me to check out, let me know, because that would be really cool. So yeah, I want to read books that you recommend and then talk about them, because that's why I'm here, right? To meet people and talk about books and have a good, fun time here in our own little corner of the internet. Another one that I want to do is I want to read from my backlist. Because like I said, I go to these like Friends of the Library sale every time that they come up, and they come up twice a year here where I live. And I have a lot of books. This is one shelf and it's pretty full. I have 2 shelves out in my living room that are full. They're completely full. So I'm gonna have to actually buy, I think, at least one more bookshelf, like before the spring when the new sale happens. But like I said, I'll bring home like 50, 60 books. And I haven't read them. So I need to actually read what I have. And I know I just had a haul recently with a bunch of like new releases, but yeah, I really, really need to read my backlog. So one of my goals for 2020 is to have like a pretty vast array of on my TBR. I want to have a self-published book, a recommendation from y'all, and a book from my shelves that has probably been sitting there for a year or two, and then maybe a new book, like a new release or something along those lines. So that's 4 books. That would be a book a week. That would be perfect. I would love to be able to read more than that, but we'll see how it goes with the kids and going back to school and all that. And then finally, this is going to sound like a very strange goal to have, is I want to unhaul books. Because I have too many. Said no one ever. But I have a lot of books, and sorry, like I said, a lot of my books came from the library sale, and I am so appreciative of being able to buy those books that inexpensively. So I feel like in an unhaul, I want to be able to share the books that I have that I've enjoyed or that are just taking up room. I want to be able to share them with other people and let them have a way to get them at a discounted price. You know, take them to a used bookstore, something along those lines, because I feel like I have those hoarder tendencies where I'm like, I want to keep them all. Like, I love them. I want to keep them all. They're pretty. They have a meaning. Like, obviously, there's some, I collect books. So, I'm not going to be minimalistic when it comes to books, ever. But, I feel like there's a lot on my shelves that I could read and get rid of. Because there's a lot that are going to be like, oh, you know, 3-star, like, I like them, but, like, let's pass them on. I have some middle grade books that like aren't super important, like they don't have a lot of like sentimental value to me, that I could read and then pass on to somebody. So I want to unhaul books and not hoard them this year, and I want to read the ones that I have before I unhaul them. So there you go. That is my list of goals for 2020. Like I said, it's a pretty, I think, attainable. So let me know what your goals are for the new year, and let's see if we can smash those goals together. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and stick around. My name is Jessie. I'm going to be making videos twice a week, Mondays and Fridays.